John! If you climb that fence, they'll shoot. Don't give up now.
I'm so tired of this war, this camp. I can't do it anymore.
John, please. Your family are waiting for you at home. The war will end. And you have your whole life ahead of you. Don't lose your faith now.
Wyn, have you seen this?
Seen what, love?
Look at this. These soldiers executed during the First World War. It says they were shot for desertion. This one was only 17.
Yes. Terrible, isn't it?
Terrible? It's a disgrace. He was underage. He shouldn't have been allowed to enlist, let alone face execution.
What can you do? This was 80 years ago.
I need to find out more.
Demand pardons. 306 British soldiers shot at dawn.
I'm going down to the Freedom Parade in Alnwick.
You're not seriously thinking of taking this on?
William Nelson was executed after a trial that only lasted 5 minutes. His mother had recently died, his father was a prisoner of war, and he had a younger brother and sister who were just children. On his sentencing sheet they wrote, "of no more military use." That was it. If he was no use to the army, then he was no use being alive at all. He was 19. It's the young ones that get me. The ones who signed up at 16 or 17.
Not much older than you were during the war.
What I experienced, what I saw, it will always stick with me. Yet it was nothing compared to what these boys went through. They were kids. The army betrayed them.
What makes you think anyone will listen?
I won't be quiet until they do.
Hello? Arrested? Why? What's he done?
Hundreds of soldiers who were executed for cowardice, desertion, or other offences during World War I could at last be given posthumous pardons.
This House believes it is not too late to restore the names and reputations of the 306 British soldiers who fought for the British Empire forces and were court-martialled and executed, mostly on the Western Front, for 4 years from 1914 to 1918. Compassion and justice dictates that all of the soldiers should be treated as victims of the conflict.
Gran, are you okay?
It's okay. My father, your grandfather, Harry Farr, was one of those men.
Executed? Why? He was
part of a group of soldiers taking supplies to the front line. But he couldn't go on. He told them he couldn't face it. He just got out of hospital with shell shock and he hadn't recovered. He wasn't even well enough to hold a pen to write home. I didn't know what to do. Harry's father had disowned him. I just didn't speak of it. I didn't even tell your mother for years. It was something considered shameful. The army didn't even give me the widow's pension, so I had no money.
Oh, Gran, what must you have gone through?
This House urges the Prime Minister to recommend a posthumous pardon for all of the 306.
The military chaplain who visited Harry before he was shot told me Harry was no coward. He was a brave British soldier. And I know he was telling the truth. I know my Harry had courage. I want you to contact Andrew McKinley. Tell him about Harry. Tell him we want that pardon.
Thank you for coming to see me, Julian. So,
how would you like me to help the campaign?
I've read your book, Shot at Dawn, and I'd like you to carry on looking into each of the court-martials. Are you interested?
Of course. What happened to these men was a complete injustice. I support you fully, Andrew.
I didn't expect such a huge response, especially from the regional newspapers. It seems there is someone from every county that the public want to see pardoned.
But will the powers that be feel the same?
We can expect the old arguments. It is not up to us to rewrite history. They were just following the laws of the day.
The trials themselves didn't always follow the laws of the day. No medical evidence, no defence for the prisoner.
Exactly. I've been contacted by Harry Farr's granddaughter, and the family has shown their support. His widow is still alive as well, you know.
There will be other families too.
In fact, there is someone else too. A man, John Hipkin. Apparently he's been campaigning for 2 years already. He could be a good person to keep in touch with.
I reckon we'll have a bit of a fight on our hands. But this pardon is long overdue.
I agree.
What's all this?
I'm going to Westminster with my placards.
Westminster? Are you stopping overnight?
Hopefully not, but the police might have other ideas.
John, how long is this going to go on for? And today, of all days?
Until there are pardons for my boys.
Your boys?
I couldn't find any descendants for the underage ones. They've got no one to fight for them.
On our anniversary?
With permission, I will make a statement about the execution of soldiers during the First World War. 80 years after the event, and based on evidence, we cannot distinguish between those who deliberately let down their country and those who were not guilty of desertion or cowardice. However, we can express regret at the loss of life and the damage caused to the families.
All right, Andrew. Goodbye. The government express regret.
But there's no pardon.
They recommend their names be added to the war memorials, but they feel they can do no more than that. One of two things will happen, Win. The soldiers will be pardoned, or I'll die first.
never know when they'll get the up. Halt!
"26 Irish soldiers were executed, and the Irish government are asking to see the trial records.
Hopefully they'll put pressure on their men for them to be pardoned.
Julian has written to me, and he informs me that the Fars have been approached by solicitors and that they want to take the Ministry of Defence to court. With pressure from the Irish, and this, it could well prove to be a turning point in the campaign.
Do you think the Fars can win?
If they do, and Harry is pardoned, it might wear the government down. The next step could well lead to pardons for everybody. You look tired, John. After all this is over, you should go on holiday. Enjoy your retirement.
I think Wynne will agree with you there. But I can't stop until it's over. You know me.
I do indeed, John.
Today we will prove that Private Harry Farr had been suffering from shell shock only 5 months before he was charged with cowardice. Therefore, the death sentence should never have been carried out.
Farr! I thought you were ordered up to the front line.
I can't go back there, sir. It's the noise. I can't stand it. I've tried to report sick, but no one will listen.
Take him up to the front.
No, please don't. Not back there.
You're a coward, Farr. I don't give a damn for my life, and I don't give a damn for yours. And I'll have you blooming well shot.
You told the Sergeant Major that you were ill. So why didn't you report sick from the time of your arrest to the present date?
Because being away from the shell fire, I felt better.
I have known the accused for the past 6 weeks. He has 3 times asked to fall out and return to camp as he could not stand the noise of the artillery. He was trembling and did not appear in a fit state.
We find the prisoner guilty. We recommend that the maximum penalty be carried out.
So tell me, what does a pardon mean for you and your family?
Everything. I want to exonerate my father and prove that he wasn't a coward and that he really was a brave soldier.
Andrew, do you think there might soon be a pardon? Not just for Harry Farr, but for all 306 executed men.
I'm feeling very positive. There are other families that also want to take this to court. My hope is that the government will finally want to put this issue to rest.
It has become clear, given the horrific circumstances in which the soldiers were shot, that a grave injustice was done.
Can I have a statement, sir?
Yep. To be involved in this campaign has been my proudest moment. I can only hope that, in time, the pardon will be seen as having put right into what has been a terrible wrong. It is only unfortunate that it has taken the British establishment 90 years to bring this about. Is that all right? Thank you.
It is for this reason that I'll be seeking a pardon for the 306 executed men.
Oh, Janet, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
I can't believe you've done it.
I thought this day would never come.
It's just a conditional pardon, though. Doesn't overturn the original convictions.
I'll come put the kettle on.
That's it then. Good night, my boys.
You would have been honoured to be remembered this way today, and proud that 3 more names have been added to his beloved 306. He had a deep belief in fairness. This great sculpture of Andy's is the embodiment of the campaign to right that wrong, and John Hipkins fought it.